I feel like to them, those players, us fans, are worthless. We're worth nothing to them. It has been what can only be described as nothing but horrendous for the Broncos this season. You can't have a great season every season, and look, it's been really bad, but I've accepted it. But now I'm going to go out and I'm going to say, and this is as a lifelong fan of the Broncos. Yesterday when I saw the news come out after Alfie Langer had been in trouble at the Caxton already, Tavita Pangai got done for going to the opening of a bikie barbershop. And to find out that at the Everton Hills Hotel, David Fafita, Katoni Staggs, Jake Turpin, Corey Oates, a senior player, and I don't know if there's any others involved, were on the beers, playing the pokies, breaking the COVID bubble that was set up.
Is there any way they didn't know the rules and they thought that they could?
I doubt it.
I'm not buying it.
Then isn't that arrogant to think that you can go to a pub and you can have beers and play the pokies and members of the public are not going to know
Here's what I want to
say
this morning about it. And this is it. This is not about rules. It's not about the law. This is coming from a fan, right? From a fan. I feel like to them, those players, us fans, are worthless. We're worth nothing to them. We are just merely people who exist in their universe of getting paid more than $500,000 to $1 million a year. And when in fact they need to think to themselves that without the fans, they aren't going to get paid any money. They've been given the opportunity here while their fans aren't working, while they're on JobKeeper, while they aren't able to pay their bills, and they can't stay at home for a couple of months. They're lucky that they're with their families. The Sydney teams, the Melbourne teams, they're all stuck here without their families. And I don't understand why they can't just follow the rules for the sake of the people that keep them in jobs. When I read that yesterday, it actually broke my heart. I actually felt really sad. Because for me, I think of the Broncos as the one thing that me and my father had in common growing up. That was the only thing really the two of us had was football. We disagreed on a lot of things. We didn't have a lot in common, but that was the one thing when my dad was sick that we could actually discuss, and that was part of our relationship. And that's how people feel about that rugby league team. They relate it to their family. They have heart in that. And when you see people just going, whatever, we'll take our money, we'll break the rules, we really don't care what happens. I would rather they go to all the high schools around Brisbane this weekend, pick the best football players, let the 17-year-old kids play, let them get beaten. I would rather lose 200-0, but have someone in those jerseys every weekend who respect it and who respect the people who pay for the memberships. I'm so upset. I'm not even angry. I'm so sad at the way that they have treated their fans, and it is wrong. I mean, I'm coming from a very emotional place about it at the moment, but if this is true, I want them sacked. I don't want to support people who don't support us. I have never gone for another team in my entire life, and for the first time in my life, I'm like, I'm done with them. I'm at the point of if it was like a relationship with a woman, I'd be off women. You know, like I'm off football.
He's looking at Paul Gallen going, maybe he wasn't a bad bloke.
Paul Gallen looks like a friggin' saint the way I feel at the moment.
Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.